Tom's situation here is pretty typical of most dairy farmers in Devon and Cornwall, I would say, where slurry storage is an issue and his economy of scale is required to remain profitable. And what we had to do here was make sure that Tom was compliant for the next 25, 30 years.
One of the biggest things is if you have storage like we've got here, that you can store 6 months or thereabouts of slurry over the winter, and you put it on in the spring when the conditions are quite cool and moist, the amount of nutrient that you get from that slurry could be at least 30% more than putting it on in the autumn. And when you do the calculations on working out the nutrient values of slurry compared to bag fertiliser, that could be an enormous amount of money really in terms of cost savings. So I think it's enabled the farm to reduce the amount of waste in terms of nutrients and make the most of the slurry they're producing on the home farms. So the investment I think is worthwhile. Obviously costs a considerable amount of money to invest in this type of slurry pit, but I think the payback over the years potentially is enormous. And being able to store these slurry for 6 months also enables spreading to take place when ground conditions are really good and favourable, where I think a project like this really pays dividends.
So at the end of the day, I was able to provide Tom with some written confirmation that he had a SAFO compliant structure, which is going to future-proof his business for the next 20, 25 years plus.